I was riding my horse around and then I noticed there was another player on the jetty fishing. I go over and say hi and it's a female player called Mama Yeet. She's probably a 14-year-old boy, but beggars can't be choosers in Red Dead Online. Mama Yeet and I go around together making memories. We do dangerous missions and celebrate by drinking beers at the pub. Nothing more romantic. I try to grow our gang, but the big lass executes every other player we come across. She's so cute when she's jealous. After quite some time, I realise she's gone AFK and doesn't seem to be coming back anytime soon. I quickly hogtie her and make my way down to the railway. She comes back, witnesses her death, and then sends a message saying, "Why lol?" So I just reply with a train and wheelchair emoji. Like the video if you like trains. I have big plans for this video, but first it's time to meet the lads. I whistle for my horse, but scrawny Nag shows up instead for some reason. I paid big money for an Arabian super horse, but this malnourished sponsor child keeps trotting over to me every time I log in. I ride over to Valentine and then prepare to put scrawny Nag down as I usually do. The game won't let me though, but while trying, I accidentally let a stray shot fly and the locals decide to kill me. I proceed to murder most of them and then I start butchering the sheep because I don't conform to the system, my eyes are wide open. My mate Marto arrives and assists me in putting scrawny Nag down.
Hang on down.
The big plan is to get ourselves a wagon as they're the Rolls Royce of the Wild West. The issue is to buy it, I need to be level 10 in the bounty hunting role, so it's time to get to work. First though, and on a more serious note, my water bill came last month and I need to quickly pay it. Wow, that's good water. Hi, it's Jeff here, and I have to ask, are you still using Google Chrome or perhaps Internet Explorer? That's okay, I like medieval technology too. Trebuchets are sweet, especially when sieging cities, but when it comes to the internet, you have to download Opera GX. Opera is built specifically for alpha gamers like us, and it will make your entire experience so much smoother and more enjoyable. There's loads of features that improve your quality of life, such as the permanent dark mode, which means no more getting flashbanged and having your retinas seared every time you load a new page. One of the biggest issues with browsers is they slow down your PC, but Opera gives you complete control over your RAM and CPU usage, ensuring your games run smoothly. Something like Google Chrome will chew through your bandwidth, but with a few clicks in Opera, you're back to your best. Discord, for example, will lag your PC, so I run it through Opera and it solves all my problems. The GX Corner lets you stay up to date with free games, the newest releases, great deals, and all the gaming news in one accessible place. Damn, the Hulk is cute when he flexes. I mean, if you use my custom link, you'll have an exclusive feature where you'll be able to see my latest videos. I'll always be with you. Treat yourself to a massive upgrade, and thanks to Opera GX for sponsoring today's video. You can download it for free using the link in the description. Feeling charged and ready, I'm immediately shot in the head by Stealtho Carbo, who decided to join us. He got my scrawny Nag as well, and so I put it down again, which brings me great joy. The boys put on a small dressage performance, which is a real treat to witness. Carbo doesn't seem to have a horse, which is an important part of the equestrian hobby, but he still gives us a hell of a show. As elegant as Carbo is, he definitely woke up and chose violence this morning as he begins murdering innocent puppy dogs.
Oh, I just shot the dog.
Will, what the? Whoa, what are you doing?
What the f?
Jesus
Will?
Christ, dude!
Bro, it's like not even dead. It's like dying.
Oh my god!
Jesus, Will. That was
Shot.
amazingly accurate.
I can't help but notice Carbo wasn't at the funeral service. I head over to the bounty board and our first target will be the Butcher of Benedict Pass. We ride over to the hideout and are expected to do a little Scooby-Doo investigation to find clues of where he might be. My first observation is that the house they're living in is depressing. I reckon if he slapped a fresh coat of paint on the wall, then he'd be less inclined to chop people up and eat them. Fortunately, Carbo is far more competent than Marto or myself, and he shows us the way. Our target has taken 2 hostages of his own, and I figure I'll euthanize them to put them out of their misery, but again, Rockstar won't let me. Wow. We take the Butcher back to town and pocket an easy 500 Bounty Hunter XP and $122. We're currently rank 5, so we're slowly getting towards our wagon. Our next bounty is at Thieves Landing, and we decide to ambush them. Unfortunately, Marto is wearing the world's tallest hat, and they see us before the target even arrives. The cost of high-tier fashion is immense. I kill people and then head around the back where Carbo is levitating. What can't this dodgy Malacca do? Another bounty captured, but we also get some pretty devastating news. Carbo needs to go to bed early, which is completely fair enough as he has an early appointment with his gynecologist. I give him a traditional Vikings funeral and say goodnight. Moments later, 2 players called Baby Bobber and Miss Corazon approach us.
Why are you vomiting on them?
Gross. This is the best thing I've bought. It's so fucking dumb.
Like full on spew comes out every time. Like how much does your man have in the tank?
Marto and I realise that it's very late and we're grown-ass adults, so we enjoy some of the Devil's Lettuce and play Rocket League for several hours, ensuring we're tired and grumpy tomorrow. Day 2 and I've still got my heart set on that wagon. I'm quite jealous of the people who keep flexing their wagons on me, and so I torch them at every opportunity. I know they're just NPCs transporting their small goods, but still, flexing is cringe. I decide it's time to do another legendary bounty. I'm going to hunt down the Owl Hoot family, who seem lovely. They're hiding out in the desert, which definitely has a rugged beauty about it, much like Stealtho Carbo. I begin locating all of the Owl Hoot brothers and sisters. First up is Auntie Owl Hoot, and I'm pretty sure you could legally change your name back in these times. It's like being called Dog Bark or Cat Meow. Hard to be taken seriously as a gang. Auntie talks my ear off, and so I punch her face regularly to keep her quiet. Easy cash. I find one of the bros and snaffle him right up. Interestingly, when transporting him, there's no option to punch him in the jaw. This is because Rockstar understands that hitting women is funny, but hitting men is just in poor taste. I bring the big dog back to the jail wagon and place him on the ground and proceed to beat the shit out of him. I stomp on his head and even get the machete out and just go absolutely bananas. I then deliver his corpse to the guard, who acts like he didn't just witness a Wild West war crime. I respect that. More money, more bounty hunter XP, but also more problems. I've been operating in New Austin and another gang seems to think they've got it over me, which arguably they do. They begin tying me up and shooting at me, but then some of the locals start firing back at them. I manage to break free and pull out my shotgun and drop both Anaru and Royal Sniff. What a great game attack. I proceed to do the noble thing and ride off into the distance as lightning strikes. It's actually a pretty cinematic way to end a double murder. I continue hunting bounties like crazy. My favourite are still the mystery ones where I have to find clues. Like here, I walk into a house and there's just a man with literally no face and evidently no bitches. It seems that he lives here by himself, and so I rob him of everything I can, which is mainly just canned vegetables. Bro, if this sketch artist drew me like this, I'd be disgruntled. I quickly realise that reaching level 10 is no small feat, and so I do some academic peer-reviewed research on Reddit and confirm it really is a grind. Sometimes when chasing my target, I find the corpses of other bounty hunters, which is truly chilling. I was trying to see if I could dismember one of them, and then a cougar came in and destroyed me. Such a dope animation though, can't even be mad. It's no wonder a cougar is hanging out here, as these dead bounty hunters had enough fish and corn on them to feed the nation. You're catching wanted criminals, not solving the African food crisis. Things are going well, but then trouble strikes again. The sweet Lou 420 and his boys pull me off my horse and begin beating me senseless. It's actual online bullying. They aren't even killing me, just destroying my self-esteem. I gracefully dive to the side and pump Sweet Lou full of bullets. I then start shooting his friend Roach, but this bald god soaks up the damage like a champion and then just starts choking me. In different circumstances, this would actually be pretty hot, but this isn't foreplay, he just straight up murders your boy. I again do the mature thing and leave the city because despite them starting the conflict, it's important to grow. Before I leave, however, I swing past the pub with my shotgun now loaded with incendiary rounds. I just start blasting and I end up getting a few of them, but they seem to have members absolutely everywhere. The sweet Lou 420 and his boys are a real menace to society. The Stealtho Carbo joins the session again because it's the next day, and so I ride over to find him. He's just killing dogs as per usual. Well, I guess they're wolves, but as long as innocent canines are dying, he's happy. We decide to hunt Carmela Montez together. Her hobbies include being a little cutie and brutally publicly executing civilians. I must say her hideout is in quite a beautiful part of the map. Carbo and I tear through it without too much trouble. We were just shooting NPCs and chatting about kissing boys or whatever you think normal male friends talk about. Then out of nowhere, a machine gun starts laying down fire like crazy. Carmela is in an armoured carriage with a Gatling gun, which doesn't seem fair as I'm rocking a bow and arrow, a shotty, and a cattleman's revolver. While I was busy being bait, Carbo managed to secure the little hottie, and so I take the liberty of manning the Gatling gun. This would have to be my favourite vehicle in the game as it tears limbs off opponents. Imagine if they released this for normal players to use, it'd be like the oppressor of the Wild West. We tried to keep the wagon, but it was taken away from us upon completion of the bounty, which is probably a good thing. I really had to do a lot of bounties on this journey to rank 10. We will get this wagon. I mean, after seeing an armoured wagon with a Gatling gun, a standard wagon is kind of lame, but life is about the journey. The Stealtho Robbo then joins my game just so he could kill me once, call me a bunch of derogatory terms, and then leave. Harsh but fair. To make myself feel better, I turn to retail therapy and buy myself 2 new automatic pistols. Doing all these bounties has made me a pretty penny, and sometimes it's nice to treat yourself. As I walk out of the shop, 2 new players greet me, Eggshell and Tadrikas. They do a cute little dance, which is quite impressive, and so we decide to team up. First though, I need to establish that I'm the alpha of this newly formed gang, and so I pull out my 2 pistols and blast this small grandma. Rather than intimidating my 2 new friends, they seem way too pleased about it. I can tell we're going to get on great. I grind bounties with these guys for a couple of hours, and they even have the wagon that I want. The XP grind hasn't been this efficient since I went 3-tick barbarian fishing in old school RuneScape. Quite a niche reference, but how sick is RuneScape? I've been playing again. Look at my little purple skinned beast. Still, after all of this, I'm only rank 7 in bounty hunting. I realise I need to find a way to cheat the system a little bit, and then I figured it out. The Wolfman Legendary Bounty. It has a 1-hour cooldown, but the more you do it, the harder it gets and the more you're rewarded. It's quite a sad contract, as the Wolfman just wants to live with his little furry friends in the snow. You can hear the sadness in his voice as he comments on all the wolf corpses. Stealtho Carbo would have loved this. This is like his wet dream. Once you've tied the big man up, bears often come out of nowhere to try and kill him or you. I realise that if I stand in shallow water, nothing can get me. Water will always be there to save you when you need it most. I developed a system where I do the contract and then log off and wait for the timer to reset. In this hour, I do productive things such as train Slayer on RuneScape or train runecrafting on RuneScape or have sex with hot models. One of those is a lie. Obviously, I would never train runecrafting. A rank 10 bounty hunter achieved, and I go and purchase myself a brand new wagon. I guess this is what it feels like to be the king of the world. If you enjoyed this content, leave a like. Thanks for watching. I love you lots.